Hey guys, and what a day's play. Well, what a day's play for some of the Pakistan players. If you're a Pakistani fan, you're probably looking at thinking that's fantastic, but actually Zimbabwe had some momentum at the end of the day's play. And I tell you what, going into the second day, they'll definitely have something to cling on to because at one stage it looked like it was going to be one-way traffic, but it hasn't been. And Pakistan ended the day on 268 for 4. Now, before we get into the day's play, I have two things to say. The first thing to say is please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, click the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new videos. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Your support is greatly appreciated. Number two, the team news. Now, the biggest team news, Darvish Khan making his long-awaited debut at the age of 36, 598 wickets in first-class cricket in the Babar Azam Trophy, an average of 24. So really exciting to see him. He actually came for Fahim Ashraf, who I'm a big fan of Fahim Ashraf, the all-rounder I think we've probably needed for a number of years. Yes, he has been in incredible form, but I was a bit surprised he got dropped. Maybe it's just a tactical change, but I would have expected the second spinner to come out. Either way, doesn't matter too much. Darvish Khan makes his debut. He had to wait, though, a little bit longer because Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat first, so he'll have to show his skills probably on day 2 or day 3. And I tell you what, Pakistan didn't get off to the best of starts. I mean, Engarava, the left armer with that kind of skiddy action at 6'1", 6'2" height. I mean, he's like a taller version of Sam Curran. If you watch him, I genuinely think that's what he reminds me of. Now he gets that skiddiness, which definitely makes it hard at times to judge, I think. And Imran Butt was definitely one of the guys who got caught out there because he tried to pull Engarava and was early on the shot, looped straight to the man at mid-wicket in Tirapano, and he was struggling at the time, 2 or 20, a bit uncalled for, but I think probably he was getting a bit frustrated at the crease. Unfortunate because he had such a good innings of 91 in the first test match, but it is what it is. Abid Ali, 118 not out for him, and he was just, I mean, he batted so well. He batted beautifully. He really did. It was great to see him in full flow. When he's driving, it's just so good to watch. A couple of crunching cover drives, crunching off drives. Obviously, square of the wicket. We know he's very strong as well. Just looks extremely good at the crease. And 118 off 246, and he's still at the crease. Strike rate of 47, 48 even, sorry. And he's been at the crease for a good 6 hours. So very good. I mean, it's just incredible to think about someone being at the crease for 6 hours and the mental fortitude needed, but really impressive stuff from him. And on top of that, it wasn't just him because himself and Azhar, the two Alis, went at it. They actually put on 236, an unbelievable partnership for the second wicket. Really impressive to see. And Azhar actually got 126, but he ended up going, and I'll talk about the spell because he went to Muzrubani. And this is where Zimbabwe started to gain a little bit more control of the day's play. You'd still say it was very heavily in favor of Pakistan, but Zimbabwe definitely had that little bit, pulled a little bit of momentum back into them, into their favor. 126 of 240 balls and 17 fours, 1-6 at strike rate of 53. So a pretty potent and I guess fluent innings, and it really was, to be honest with you. Azhar looked good. We know he's super strong off his legs and also has that fantastic shot, a kind of flick wide of mid-on as well. But for the most part, I just thought he looked very solid. There were a few shots where he was kind of chasing after the ball outside of stump, and I could tell that was a tactic employed by Zimbabwe's bowlers to actually both Azhar and Abid Ali to try and get them driving away from their bodies, full outside of the stump. Unfortunately, at times it wasn't effective, and I think it should have probably been used more of it as a surprise tactic rather than continually doing that. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. But genuinely, from my point of view, I was very, very happy with how Abid Ali and Azhar played for the most part. Fantastic partnership. Now we get on to the juicy part of the day. Now, Muzrubani, oh my gosh, this was an unbelievable spell of bowling. I mean, yes, Azhar chased one outside of stump, exactly what they were looking for. Yes, it went straight to the man at gully, and you're thinking, okay, it's a loose shot. It was a loose shot, fine. Goes 126, Muzrubani gets the wicket. But then he proceeds to get 2 huge wickets, potentially, in a lot of people's eyes at the moment, the 2 best batsmen in the Pakistan Test batting lineup, Babar Azam and Fard Alam. Now, Babar Azam looked very shaky, I have to be honest with you. Probably mentally I think getting his first ever golden duck in Test cricket wouldn't have helped, but he didn't look too assured of himself. I'm being honest with you, and didn't look solid for the 8 balls he was at the crease. And then eventually he just drives Muzrubani, and it's one of those crazy ones because he's so good on the front foot driving, but his weight just wasn't distributed correctly. Looking at the replay again as well, I could see what happened. He didn't lean into the shot, didn't get his head over the ball, and didn't play it nicely on the carpet. Instead, he was upright while playing it, kind of almost leaning back to a degree, away from his body as well, and it went straight to the man at point. And you're just thinking he just needs to be more solid and kind of tighten his defense and technique there a little bit. I don't think it's arrogance. I know some of my subscribers said maybe he has a little bit of arrogance. I think it's confidence, but I think maybe he needs to realize that, especially in Test cricket, if he's not in the best of form, then you need to be a bit more clever. Start off a bit more conservative for the first 20, 25, 30 balls, and then go from there. But look, I mean, he doesn't need me to tell him that. He's one of the best, probably top 5 batsmen in the world in all formats. So the dude is incredible. He really is. So he had to go the 2 off 8 balls. So not fantastic for Pakistan and for him and the captain in Babar Azam. Fard Alam came to the crease, and Muzrubani, I mean, a first ball, it was a shorter ball. Fard Alam didn't even know where it was. It hit him on the gloves, went straight up in the air. Now Muzrubani with his height, and look, I don't know exactly how quickly he was bowling because there's no speedometer, but I would assume he's probably getting up to around 85 maximum, I'd say. But on those tracks in Zimbabwe as well, seeming around, it is difficult. And his height and accuracy, he's a very potent bowler on these tracks. And he got Fard Alam this time. Again, it's a short delivery going across him. He goes to pull it. It's probably not quite pullable length, and he drags it onto his stumps and plays on. He had to go for 5 of 12 after hitting a fantastic straight drive down the ground, but he had to go. And Muzrubani, 3 wickets for him, and in the space of going from 248 for 1, Pakistan slumped to 264 for 4. And so that's 3 wickets lost for only 16 runs. Now, that is definitely a cause for concern, and we don't want the middle order collapses from the white ball format coming in and creeping into the Test arena. So hopefully it's just a one-off. Sajid Khan came in as a night watchman, did his job 1 of 16 balls, and he'll continue with Abid Ali in the second day. So Zimbabwe going into the second day with a little bit of momentum, and they'll be happy with that. Pakistan looking to shore things up. If Sajid Khan can just eat up a few more deliveries and Abid Ali can stay in and maybe go even bigger, that'd be fantastic. On the Pakistan front as well, I know a couple of my subscribers said to me, are not enough Pakistani batsmen are getting hundreds, or we had 2 today, so that's a good thing for sure. Let's see if Abid Ali can get a daddy or even a double. He looks good, needs to be solid, and I think the most important thing for him will be the first half an hour, 45 minutes. If he can get through that and switch on again. Sometimes it's hard to do after the day's play and then kind of reset. I think he'll be fine. But let's see. Zimbabwe definitely have their tails up going into day 2. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to this. Please do remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, click the notification bell as well to get alerted to all the new videos. In addition to that, I've also done an interview with actually my uncle, but he captained Alex Tudor and a couple of other county players a couple of years back, and he gave some really good insight into what it's like to captain international and county players at club level. And it was a really, really good sit down and very insightful. Some fantastic, funny anecdotes as well, and some really insightful ones as well. So please do check it out. Thank you very much, guys, for listening, and I will see you on the next video. Pakistan's in the bar, and see you guys later. Thank you.